there is something in you that will never die. You are immortal in your essence. And you can right now start investigating such a mystery. Human beings don't enjoy and don't like and used to reject the idea of ever dying. And this does not come out of nothing. The feeling that we do not like the idea of dying comes from the eternal essence in our soul. We have a calling for eternal life because something eternal resides in us. And the law of reincarnation explains that. In the nature, nothing is lost, nothing is created. Everything is recycled, including human souls. So, as you die between inverted commas, it is just the outward physical body that is left out of your life. You don't die, you go to sleep. There is that story of Rip van Winkle, a man who slept 20 years non-stop, just to come back and see that everything had changed in his local village. And we don't sleep just 20 years. We sleep 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, perhaps 4,000 years, according to the Mahatma letters. And then we go out and recover in a new body. And then we get to organize ourselves, live for 70 to 100 years or so, depending on karmic conditions, and then take a certain amount of new lessons and go back to home. Where is home? Home is Devachan, or heaven, where we accomplish and fulfill all our spiritual aspirations, which is something that has some equivalence to samadhi, to ecstasies, supreme happiness, contentment, a small eternity of 1 up to 4,000 years. And then implicitly our soul sees that there is some need to learn more, and we will meet again our karma on earth and take renewed lessons. And so we have a dialectic equilibrium between physical life and spiritual life, with some intermediary states in the immediate or short-term afterlife. The important thing for us to recognize now in our physical lives is that the essential part in us, the essential part of our souls, is eternity. And not only eternity in space, but also universal in its nature. Eternal in time and universal in space. Here and now is eternity, here and now is the universe. Not only outside of us, but also internally, inside of us. That's why Eastern tradition says that individuality is a maya, is an illusion. The essential thing is eternity and universality. We are a little bit of cosmos, or condensed cosmos, thinking about itself. But we are learning. And just as we have a night's sleep in each cycle of 24 hours, during which we are outside of our body, the so-called death is also a sleep happening outside of our body, with the difference that it is far longer than 8 hours night, and you will come back to a body, not the same one. But this is a mystery. It cannot be conveyed in so many words. One must study to know to understand, and then integrate this consciousness into our daily life. We are essentially eternal, secondarily mortal.